Alright, welcome guys. Moose Racing League round 8, so it's gonna be at Qatar today. I'm still some decent point away from the championship, so let's see what we can do in Qatar today. And we're gonna really start with the qualification and see. So for quali, I think my lap wasn't bad. I think that my banker was 121 flat. So I think my sector one was a porous. So I tried to improve that, which I did in the first few corners, which is still not bad. I could have taken turn 1 and 2 better, even here turn 2 especially. I was still not 100% committed into that, so you can see it right here. I'm still losing time from left to right, but I think I do the better hairpin here when I gain a bit a few times here, but still I could have done better right there. I start getting up, but I'm gonna lose. So far so good, like almost 2 tenths, 10.5. But I lost a little bit of the exit where I did not went for throttle early enough. I gained a little bit again, lost a little bit again here as well. So every corner I gain 1, I lose 1 again. So from here now, I knew I was 2 tenths down of the fastest time. So my best shot would be maybe P2, but still I had to keep it on track because you never know, somebody in behind me could have improve again. And I ending up finishing P2 right there with 120.994. And yeah, so as you can see, the grid was, I was in P2, my teammate right behind me in P4, just 2 tenths of the pole position, so which means the race pace should be kind of similar, and that was what I was going for, and try to have a good launch and try to see what we can get from that. So for the race start, I think I have a pretty good launch, to be honest, really good launch. I have a good ratio time, better. I was already side by side, and even P1 going to turn 1, but that guy did not let, and I should have get this move done here, but you can see I'm gonna have a half spin, which make my exit to turn 2 like really bad. So he was able to get back the position, but I almost had him there. And you know in Qatar how it is, once you are behind somebody, it's gonna be really tough to overtake. So in this game, and our pace was similar. I think me, him, and my teammate who started on soft and jumped 1 position managed to get to P3, which is good for us. So now it's a matter of just staying in DRS with him. He was lagging a bit, but still it was fine overall. So I didn't want to burn my tire in the beginning, because we know here tire management have to be in play, and all of this race was tire management, push, know when to push, when to not push. So in the beginning I can tell he was pushing to try to get me off his DRS. That's why I was making sure I don't drop from his DRS while not burning my tire as well. But still I had the battery to at least stay between 8 tenths, 6 tenths, so I doesn't hurt. So the dirty air basically doesn't hurt my race. So this is gonna be the same thing for the last 4-5 laps. He's gonna try to drop me from his DRS, push as much as he can, but there wasn't that much of pace difference in this track for him to do so easily. So as long as I have enough battery, I was able to stay within his DRS without much of the trouble, to be honest. So from here on, it's about to see who's gonna lose his tire first. I wasn't pushing, to be honest. I was just staying with him. He was pushing to take me out of DRS, and at the beginning he was putting the fastest lap left and right. So my teammate is barely hanging in the back. You can see almost out of DRS, and now he's already out of DRS. So around lap 5 he's tired of pushing, and now his tire is gonna start being, you can see him start to slide left and right, and my tire now are still good. So I'm gonna just show him, I'm gonna try to see, have a sneak peek. You see right here, he had the moment at the last corner, I had battery, so I tried to see what's might happen or not. Tried to go for it. Nah, it wasn't fun. But I can tell from this point on that my tire looks better. So I was closer, way closer than what I used to be, because I think he pushed his tire too early, too fast. And next lap I'm gonna have even a better moment to try it as well. So from this on, it's just, you can see, easily staying with him, saving battery, easily staying with him. You can see my tire start feeling the best, to be honest, right there. My teammate was dropped, to be honest, and everybody else was so that was just me and him at this point. Was just me and him fighting for the win at this point. So you can see my exits are better, the tire, I can get close, and even I'm saving battery. I'm almost at 100% battery right here. So, and that means that's how fast I was at this point because of the tire difference. And I said myself, let's try to see if there is an opportunity. So I tried to push the last sector and try to see if there is a chance to make a move going to turn one. He knows that, so he started pushing as well. But I always try to keep it on track. And you can see right there I have a good exit. I was 4 tenths behind, 5 tenths barely. So I try to give it a go and see what's gonna come out. You can see me gaining, but there wasn't enough straight, let's say. He defending, I went to the outside, he went back to it. So yeah, I needed maybe few more of straight and that would be okay. But yeah, at least this point I can tell, yeah, I feel like my tire are now better. And you see, I'm still like more than half of my battery left. So yeah, I was happy with my pace at this point of the race. And everything was working perfectly, to be honest. And I just not need to start thinking now, because this is around the safety car windows, lap 8, because my plan was to pit around lap 11 anyway. So this is saving battery, my tire's feeling better. He cannot pull away anymore at all. So it's a matter of if I have anybody to make a move at turn 1, and that was gonna be my plan this lap as well. But you can see, yeah, the pace was just so good at this point. I was loving it, loving everything, to be honest. And yeah, safety cars came out. I think some of the Mercedes had an issue, so safety cars came out. I had to pit on hard and try to go into the end. He pitted on hard as well, but there was one of the back marker, I can call it, who did not pit, the Alpine. He started on the hard. So here I thought they were gone, but apparently they were not. So I almost had to check up to not break my wing, and now we are gone. So I don't know how did they do the race, the safety car. I almost lost a position to the Sauber behind me, but I'd make sure to defend it, and the Alpine did not defend it, so he just stayed out of the way because he was on a different race. So the guy I was fighting, Redmo, who is now make a move to the other Sauber, he is now to P3, so I have to make a move as well to the Sauber as quickly as I can to not lose too much of time compared to him. That was a fight right there. Try to not lose too much time between the guy who pitted or who didn't pit. So I tried to go to the outside at the hairpin, but I had a better time. But it's a little bit of contact, but still so fine. He would give issues enough space. He was still there, so I gave him the outside, but my tire was better. So I managed a little bit of half spin right there because I used the battery too early, basically. So here, his teammate is in P2. His teammate gonna let him pass, and I'm gonna have to overtake this teammate who was on a 10-lap old medium. So I had the tire advantage, but still, it's a matter of how long it's gonna take me to overtake his teammate. Otherwise, things are gonna be really tough for me. So now Rhythm is trying to pull a gap and try to get the guy in P1, which is the Williams of Fox. And me, I didn't have DRS, so it's a matter of just a battery. I tried to test his battery, and I know he had enough battery this lap around, so I just have to be patient one more lap, knowing that Rhythm ahead gonna have to be patient one more lap as well. So I was pushing and I wasn't paying attention, and you can see me getting some dumb track limit penalties for no reason, to be honest. I was pushing, I was really pushing. Hindsight, I think I should have been more patient in terms of the track limit here, because there was no place to overtake him anyway. The only place is going to turn 1, so I have to just manage this lap, but I did not. You can see me still try to push, try to make him make a mistake, and that wasn't easy. Even though I had a better tire, I saw a little bit of gap here. He went right there. I tried to put it in here, but there wasn't a gap. We made contact. Luckily, nothing bad happened, and I lost 1 position again. And sometimes, compared to the guy in front, that was dumb from me, to be honest. That was not the smart move. But luckily enough, I think the server gonna make a mistake here, so I use the battery, all I have, and go to the outside. And I have to, I have to take the white line and get a warning right there as well, which was dumb from me, which making 2 warning, and I will regret it later on. But hey, now it was time to move on. I didn't want to waste 1 more lap behind this Red Bull, so I burned everything I have. Luckily I had the DRS as well, so I have to learn to the outside a little bit late launch. I had a better tire, I can still have a better exit right there, which I managed to do, and get to the inside a turn 2, get the move done finally. And now I am 2.4 seconds behind the Williams, and Turid already made the overtake in P1, so now he's trying to pull away as much of that as he can. But remember, we gotta go until the end with this tire. Gotta keep that in mind as well. So it took me fairly 2 or 3 laps before to get back into the rest of the Williams, who still need to pit on the medium tire. So my first try, lap 11, I don't think I have enough. I wasn't close enough to make a move, so I have to sit 1 more lap, which should gonna make it lap 17, I think. In the meantime, you can see Yuridmu is 4.7, almost 5 seconds ahead, so he was just pushing to get us off his DRS or whatever, how he's calling it. So I had to be patient again, but the next lap I was 80%, 82, almost 85, but a little bit to get more close here, try to have a better exit here, and which I do. And now it's a battery and DRS, and there wasn't much you could do, to be honest. So it was a pretty straightforward move, putting me into P2, leave him enough space into the outside in case he want to brake late. He did not, so I get the move done, and that's it. I'm 5.2 seconds behind Rhythms. But still, I was thinking about, I want this tire to go until the end. I don't want to make another stop. If he is pushing and want to make another stop, I know that you're gonna lose 27, 28 seconds. I think 28 seconds into the pit. So at lap 20, the gap was 6.6 seconds, and I think it's gonna keep increasing. I'm still fairly pushing, I would say, but still try to save my tire, because I wanted to have a good tire until the end of the race, not just now. I think even at some point the gap gonna keep increasing. At this point is 6.7 seconds. He had a 3-second penalty. I was at 2 warning at this point. 1 more warning and I'm gonna get 2 seconds, and I have it here. Dump enough. I have another warning which gonna give me a 3-second penalty. I did not get warning in sector 3, which is the hardest part, but I still get warning in dumb places basically. So lap 24 is where the gap is the highest. It's 7.4, 7.5. That's the biggest gap between him and I. So he have another 3-second track limit, which make it 6 seconds. So I just need to keep this pace going and hope that he burn his tire. And after lap 25, I'm seeing the gap going down. I was saying, okay, that was a sign that either he's saving tire, either his tire outside being dead. So I start pushing it and using a little bit of my tire, because my tire was still fairly good at this point. There was around 55%, so I could easily push more. So you can see lap 25, 5.5 seconds. So I need 2 more seconds, and I'm pretty much faster, like almost half a second faster per lap at this point. And I keep pushing. Lap 26, I'm 5.4 seconds, so I keep going at it, you know. somehow I think I have the better tire. At least I believe at that point, because the gap, the way it was decreasing, was scary. 1 lap later, I have 4.4 seconds. So at this point, I'm 1 second almost faster per lap. So I just needed 2 more seconds or 1 second and a half to be able to get this win. So there is 2 more lap and a half to go, and you could say I was pushing every time I had a chance to use a battery, saving battery at the same time in sector 3 as well. So 3.9 seconds. So this lap I must get 8 tenths on 1 lap. Again, I was keep pushing, he is pushing, so I have 8 tenths to gain in 2 laps. So I think at this point I say, okay, I can do it, I can do this, because this just confirmed me he gonna pit again, and his tire are worse than mine. I didn't know what tire he was, but his tire was definitely worse than mine. So I was going for it. So you can see lap 28, I already within a 3-second gap. So at this point I just need to maintain this gap to win this race. Last lap, you see the gap going between 2.9. He was pushing, now the gap is over a 3-second gap, but my tire was better, and you can see as soon as I take turn 1, turn 2, I gain 2 tenths right away, right there. So my tire was just the difference. So I gain 2 tenths right there. I have a little bit of battery in sector 2 here. You're gonna see I'm gonna gain a lot as well. Every single corner you can see I was gaining because of the tire difference. He used his tire more than I did. At some point, remember, the gap was 7.5 seconds, and now it is 2.6, 2.5, and at some point even 2.4. Every corner I was gaining. Here 2.4 seconds, 2.4. So at this point, there is no way he can do me a 5 tenths gap in one sector. So with the tire difference, my tire being better, no way, and I have the body to defend that as well. So I was just, no, at this point I had the win. But he was pushing, you can see he was pushing, and he got another 30-second penalty for warning. So at this point it was over, and another one. So yeah, I knew this was my win.
So I got this fucking win.
And you can hear me talking about it with my teammate. And he spun a last corner as well. Last corner he just spun right there. You can see how happy I was. I'm still happy about this win, to be honest. Finally get a win without too much of a hassle. Like that was a, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be a win coming my way like that. So yeah, I ending up winning it by a 7-second gap to the Ferrari's duos, and Steven Redmuck, who was leading the race, ending up being P4. So overall that was a good race. I'm happy with that, and to be honest, yeah, my second win of the season. I'm still a drift away from the championship, like 50 point, 55 point ish. So, but still good for my P2. We take that. I love the race. Thank you for watching, guys. And yeah, next round gonna be at Spa, Belgium. I'm gonna be live on my Twitch show. You can stop by if you want to. Thank you, though. Bye.